Good evening, or good morning if you're in another part of the world. Welcome to this edition of the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Well, I said probably last week, I know I said it on Sunday, talking with Willie Gibson on Folks Talking Sports, that Cam Whitmore would probably be traded soon. Soon was today, Saturday. Cam is going to the Washington Wizards, we'll get to that momentarily. But welcome to Paul. His comment was like 20 minutes ago. That's from Paul right there. This was all about Ime not wanting Cam Whitmore. He clearly is head and shoulders above all their bench players. Disagree. I'll tell you why. Derek, how are you? What's good, my bad boy for life, big brother? How you doing? Cam is finally gone. Justin, we called it last season. Pablo, how are you? Pablo Escobar. All right, Pablo. We splitting up the young team. It's going to come back to hurt us, man. Solo, how are you? Ime won the war. Wasn't much of a war. I mean, the battle between Ime and Rafael. Ime head coach, Cam's a player. I mean, that's not much of anything right there. But here we go. Rockets agree to trade Cam Whitmore to the Washington Wizards for 2 second-round picks. The Houston Rockets are sending guard forward Cam Whitmore to the Washington Wizards in exchange for 2 future second-round draft picks. Washington will send Houston the Chicago Bulls 2026 second-round pick and the Sacramento Kings 2029 second-round pick per team sources. In a move of salary cap mechanics, Saturday afternoon's trade will be folded into the previously agreed upon deal in which the Wizards sent Jordan Poole, Saddiq Bey, and the 40th pick in this year's draft for wing CJ McCollum, forward center Kelly Olynyk, and a 2027 second-round pick from Chicago. A trade call with the league about the entire transaction could occur as early as Sunday. So there's some specifics about the deal. I texted Cam's agent, his main agent, this afternoon after the deal was down, and his reply was what we talked about earlier in the week. Cam looking for consistent minutes. Eventually, he's going to get that with the Wizards. Young team, not trying to win right now. Going to play the young guys, give them minutes, let them play through their mistakes and learn from their mistakes. That is not the Rockets anymore. So, and here's the statement. And I'm just curious why so many Cam Whitmore fans are refusing to accept this fact. Cam did not want to buy into Ime's system. He didn't. He did not want to play defense, and his attitude, you could see it during games when he was on the bench. We saw it. We saw it in media, sitting from our section way up top. We could see it. If fans could see it during games on the TV screen, the coaches know about it too. So yes, Cam Whitmore is a talented player, tremendous athlete, tremendous physical tools. But basketball is not, especially in the NBA, it's not a one-on-one. It's not a game of one-on-one. It's not a game of individual. You're playing by yourself. This ain't tennis. This ain't golf. He had to play the way the Rockets wanted him to play. He didn't do it, especially on a consistent basis. You can disagree with that, not like it, hate on it, tell me I'm full of trash, stuff. I was right. Eco was right. I told members of this show a few days ago. Cam was gone. Just a matter of when. Then I was asked, could you put a timetable on it, Kris? I said, probably not timetable, but soon. Hello, July 5th. Solo states, I think we should sign a backup guard since Cam is gone now. I think that's going to happen. Deverick, the Wizards have a lot of wings. Some of them veterans. They'll probably trade soon, not soon, but by February, definitely. And then Cam will have his time to shine with the Wizards. I forgot who it was. There was a member of the family, the LTHR family, commented within the last few days. And I want to say, the person said if Cam was on the Wizards, he could get he average 25 points a game. Well, Cam's going to be a Wizard. Get his chance to score, and hopefully at some point in his young NBA career, realize there's more to basketball than just one end of the floor. And become a better team player. Become a better, more involved defensive player. Do the things to win basketball games rather than just outscore his man and not care about anything else. Good on him. Solo states, one thing you got to give Stone credit for is that he treats the players good. Hefe states, how you doing, Hefe? Basically, Cam didn't want to be here. H-Town's Finest, how are you doing? What's up to you as well? Justin, you can see it on TV. Then Cam called out the coach on TV. It was time for him to go. So all these things we could see, y'all could see during the games, his body language, his facial expressions during games. What do you think he was doing in practice? Do you think he was lighting it up and doing everything Ime and the staff wanted him to do in practice? And then Ime said, yeah, he just not going, I'm not going to play him. He's kicking everybody's behind in practice, but I'm not going to play him in the games. No, I mean, why am I going to do that? Folks, come on now. Garage guy. Ime seen him in practice. Ime seen him more than anyone. I stand with Ime on this. Yes, this is not personal. None of this is personal. Y'all have heard Ime say during press conferences, everybody gets a chance to compete and earn their minutes. Every player knows what I and the staff expect from them. So it's not a shock who plays and who doesn't. Cam didn't want to be here. Cam sulked. Cam didn't do what was asked of him. Cam gonna be a Wizard. Score all he wants to and lose. Until the Wizards get it together in a couple of seasons and start winning. They figured out. And hopefully Cam, for him, is part of that winning process. If not, he can bounce around the league. And at some point, if he doesn't figure it out, he'll be out of the league. It's on him. Stone is a different GM. If a player doesn't want to be here, he will find a favorable situation for the player to go to the team he likes. Now, this is the question. Hefe asked this, one of my buddies, media buddies, responded to a text about it. The Rockets could have gotten at least a late first for him. I don't think so. I think the Rockets and the league knew that the Rockets were shopping Cam Whitmore. So as physically gifted as Cam is, if all the Rockets could get for him is 2 second-round picks, I think that says something about how the league feels about Cam right now, too. You know, yes, there are some general managers and some front offices that just don't have a clue. Like, what the hell are they doing? But for the most part, NBA front offices have their ish together. So folks do their background checks and ask about Cam Whitmore, they're just going to figure it out. And if they get the intel in return, yeah, we're not going to have him on our team. No, he's not for us. Move on down the list. Wizards might make the plan. No, no, that is not their intention at all. No way. No. If they do, last week of the season, they're going to try to get out of it because they're not going to make the plan. No. That is not their intention. Not this coming season. No. Wizards about to be another 20-win team. They don't have leadership. They're going to lose. They're going to play, score a lot, and give up a lot more. And hopefully the young players will learn some good habits about how to be a successful pro. They're going to need that good veteran leadership. You got to need some veterans. You need some of the veterans to show you how to be a successful pro. Because if not, you can just be a bunch of youngsters and have bad habits and just become a loser and just be a loser for the next 3 years. So Wizards have some young talent. And it's up to Cam to earn minutes there. Wizards have a lot of wings up there. But Cam is going to get his chance and get his minutes, but he has to do his part. He has to understand this. The NBA, the franchise that have an idea to be successful, they're not going to hand players minutes. They're not going to say, oh, yeah, you're from this area. You got talent. Here you go. Go ahead. We don't care if you don't come to practice on time. We don't care if you don't come to the plane on time. We don't care if you do stupid stuff off the court, social media, whatever. You got free reign. Winning franchise don't do that. Cam and young players have to understand the league is more than just talent. You have to earn your stripes. And when you get to a level of success and elite success, then these successful teams will start giving you more and more rope. And hopefully you won't hang yourself and ruin the franchise in the process. I wish Cam the best of luck in Washington. Me and his agent, we're going to keep in touch. His agent was coached by one of my mentors, one of my road dogs. So we're not going to go anywhere as far as relationship. So it's not personal with me and Cam. Cam got to grow up. And Justin is right here. NBA is different. Talent is not enough. Your attitude has to be good. You have to put in the work and you have to be a team player. If you want to win as a team. Now, if you just want to get yours, go ahead and do you. And then after a while, you'll be out of the league doing you. Garage guy. Cam's college coach was not high on Cam coming out of the draft. Good question here from CA37. How are you doing, CA? Should the Rockets have passed on Cam in the first place? The talent was there. I mean, he was a projected lottery pick. And remember how the discussion when the Rockets picked him at 20. Oh, the Rockets got the steal of the draft. The Houston Rockets getting Cam Whitmore from Villanova in the lap at 20. Great scorer, physical abilities, talented, all those things. Then there were some quote unquote medical red flags about his knees. But then you look at other things. Scouting report, he had tunnel vision, head down, never passed the ball, wasn't a team player. Well, some of those things did not change with the Rockets. It's on him. Justin Singleton, LJ, I saw a little bit of the Warriors Summer League game. I know LJ at one point, I think, had 8 points, made 2 or 3 threes. 0 turnovers. That's important. He's running offense now. That's important to not have turnovers as a point guard. LJ Cryer has learned some good habits under Coach Sampson. Saw him play today. He did some good things. And the announcers said they love his defensive intensity. Coach Sampson, that's a must. He got to play defense to stay on the court. Nate Hinton, the last with the Grizzlies, I think he was 1 for 5 from the floor, 1 for 3 from 3. So Nate still can't make threes. Bless his heart. bless his heart. Still pursuing that dream, but bless his heart. Rockets roster, yep, sure did. Got older with the quickness. Sure did. And Durantula, I mean, this at some point, hopefully Cam will figure it out with the Wizards. But if not, there are other places in the world who will let him get his and will pay him a nice hunk of change. Shanghai Sharks, other teams not in the NBA, could be a choice for him. There were different people, different reasons. It's been 2 years and there haven't really been any signs of Cam's knees, physical issues being the reason that he did not play with the Rockets. So I think it's more mental. His lack of effort on defense, his lack of wanting to be a team player with reasons. Hopefully, when he gets, and hopefully he'll get those minutes in Washington, because it's not a guarantee just yet he's going to get them immediately, but he'll make the most of his minutes. I wish him the best of luck. Durantula states Houston got a steal and a man. Yep, no question. Solo, next season is going to be fun. Sure looks like it. High expectations. Phase 3 has begun. Well, as Justin, he hammered this home for a long time, and now he can put the final hammer in the nail. I said this in the past. Cam said his idol is Russell Westbrook. Enough said. Generational Hater, how are you doing? Thank you for chiming in. At the end of the day, from an asset management perspective, I think the number one reason Cam was traded was because we knew we couldn't pay him same year as a man, and we didn't want to piss off his agent. Probably not. Probably not. With JVA, the Warriors, I mean, this is, today was the California Classic, so not the Vegas. Warriors, I think the Warriors have like 20 players on their roster. So maybe 8 to 10 did not play today. So they might play in game 2, and JV being one of those. But you might not be wrong. I mean, he might have done well this week in practice and was told, you're good, man. You're going to go to Vegas with us. We'll find out. I wish him best of luck. But LJ, with the 2-way contract, things are more promising for him than JVA. Asleep Art, how are you doing? He says he's big on Cam and disappointed with the trade. Solo, why you say this? I wonder if KD is watching this show somewhere. Why do you say that? I'm sure I'll find out. I'll hear about it if he is. Asleep Art says our team's transition game is going to take a hit this season. Why do you say that? Why do you believe that? Amen Thompson's still here. Tari Eason is still here. I mean, Kevin Durant can still score in transition. Rockets can still rebound those misses and get out and run. They can still do that. Dorian Finney-Smith, he can score in transition. There's going to be different dudes doing it. Who do I see the Rockets can grab to replace Cam? We have to get a replacement at guard. I think they're going to. It's probably going to be another veteran. I think the youngsters, Amin, Tari, Jabari, Reed, Sheppard, That's the Rockets' youth, right? That's it. I'm forgetting somebody, but they got 5 youngsters. Can be veterans from here on out. Alpy, put Alpy in that group too. But I mean, yeah, they got old, they got veteran real quick. Do I think Nate Williams will get? No. I mean, Cam barely got minutes. So, I mean, you want to give Nate 2 minutes a week, maybe, but I doubt that too. Well, this show grows in popularity. Maybe KD will hear about it, but I'm not going to bash KD or nothing like that unless he doesn't play well. I doubt that'll happen. OKC versus Houston defense battle. Yeah. Justin said, okay, so they said that Juwan's going to play tomorrow. Good. That's good. That's good. I know he wasn't playing a little bit I saw tonight. I even thought about that. Now with Cam being gone, will KD wear 7 or 35? Probably 35. H-Town's Finest asked me, do I think that Stone wanted to move away from Cam, or was this mainly Udoka's decision? I mean, bottom line, Cam isn't here anymore. Well, once it's official. So I would probably lean toward Ime having a final say in this. I would not argue very long if someone believed, like other folks said, other members of the family said earlier in the comments, that this is Ime's team and Ime won. I'm not going to argue. I don't, you won't be wrong. That. So, no, I think they're going to add another guard. They're not done. So yeah, they're not done. I mean, they can see a few things. The roster is missing some pieces in the backcourt. So yeah, they're not done. Who's that's going to be? I don't have names for you like that. I haven't asked those questions yet. But I know, I'll say this. I think I mentioned it Monday night that I spoke to Cam's agent Monday morning-ish. I called him and he answered on one ring. But surprised because he texted me Saturday, said, call me Monday. And the gist of the conversation was Cam was gone. It's just a matter of when. Cam wants to go somewhere where he's going to get consistent minutes. That's not going to be here. Now, July 5th, trade. It'll be made official probably July 6th, maybe July 7th. It's going to be a lot of deals announced. Will have to be sent to the league for approval and everything on July 6th. But on a side note, and this is much, 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 much lesser news. This news right here. Rockets signed Kevon Harris to a 2-way contract. They announced it earlier Saturday. Harris, 6'6", 220, was eligible for the 2020 NBA draft. He's 28 years of age. After earning Southland Conference Player of the Year honors as a senior at Stephen F. Austin in Nacogdoches. Following 2 seasons with Raptors 905 in the G League and a brief stint playing in Croatia, he signed a 2-way contract with Orlando on July 25th, 2022. In 2 seasons with the Magic, Harris appeared in 36 games while also playing for their G League affiliate, the Osceola Magic, formerly Lakeland. Last season, Harris played in the G League for Atlanta's affiliate, College Park, and was named MVP of the G League Next Up game held during NBA All-Star Weekend. In a total of 44 G League showcase and regular season games for the College Park Skyhawks, Harris averaged 19.8 points, 5.7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.3 steals, and 2.4 three-pointers made on 42.1% shooting. Harris signed a 10-day contract with Atlanta on March 1st, but did not appear in a game. In the NBA, a two-way contract is a contract that allows players to suit up for both an NBA team and that team's NBA G League affiliate. Each team is allowed to have a maximum of 3 players on two-way deals at the same time. Two-way contracts allow NBA teams to carry 3 extra players in addition to the 15 on their regular season roster. Two-way contracts are available to players with up to 3 years of NBA experience. Players on two-way contracts are also limited to a maximum of 50 games with their NBA team. Players on those two-way contracts will earn $636,435 this coming season, which is half of the rookie minimum. Two-way contracts can't be signed after March 4th. Two-way players are ineligible to play in the postseason, including play-in games, unless they are promoted to the standard 15-man roster, which can happen at any time up until the last day of the regular season. So, Rockets, Kevon Harris, welcome to the franchise. Correct here. I'll get to that in a second. Hefe, KD, official. Yep, everything should be official. Should be, like I said, lots of stuff for the league and the front office to go over and approve. So that was the first trade. That trade was, what is that, 2 weeks ago? Tomorrow? So that should be one of the first ones to be approved and announced and made official. And then hopefully before the Rockets head to Vegas, have the KD intro press conference. So soon, in a matter of days. Justin, have you seen other articles? Malik Beasley is in financial dire straits. He got himself into a hole and just could not get himself out of it. And that's what led to his alleged gambling problems. He got money problems, millions of dollars worth of money problems. What is Cam's ceiling? Jimmy Butler. I mean, that's real high. Cam can be as good as he wants to be as soon as he accepts the responsibility of defense, rebounding, being a team player. Once he does that, who knows how good he could be. Tarantula team looking good. Ime better. Well, that's true. He better not. Solo says Kevon Harris is the new Nate Williams. Could be. Lucky states this: all the blame and the criticism shouldn't go to Cam alone. The coaches should also take some criticism for the way they handled the situation. Example, sending him to G League and not giving him room for error. You can state that, you can believe that, you can agree with that. But again, we in media do not get the opportunity to sit down and watch all of practice. So it sounds like some of y'all are just don't want to accept and acknowledge practice that Ime, Royal Ivy, and other coaches see. Seems to me you see Cam pouting and sulking during games on the bench. He was doing that in practice as well. He's got bad habits that he carried from practice to the games. So let's not, Cam is a pro. He's a young man. He still got to grow up. But he's getting paid very well for all of us, a great salary. And yet he just did not want to do the things asked of him to get on the court and stay on the court. So I'm not gonna just say it's all on the coaches. Cam has to accept some blame for this. He has to look in the mirror and say, hey, I got out of Houston. I got what I wanted. But he goes to the Wizards and the GM, the coach say, hey, You're talented. We traded for you. We believe in you. But if you continue to have bad habits here, we're not going to play you. That's up to you. So I don't have time to just, oh, well, he didn't. It's the coach's fault. It's the team's fault. It's the front office's fault. They got to share and blame. Amir figured it out. Tari figured it out. I mean, hell, you're a pro. You're getting paid. This is a job. You have a job to do. Your boss tells you what is expected of you, and then you don't do it. That's your fault. Period. Solid believes Cam is a combination of Jimmy and Melo. Change his attitude. Got to change his attitude. He could be. Let's see him do it. I want to see him shine. I want to see him do well. I want to see all these young men do well and maximize their God-given abilities. But when you waste that talent, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that. I'm too old for that. I've seen too many youngsters in my 30 years covering hoops wasted talent. There's really nothing sadder than wasted talent. And I hope Cam does not waste his talent blaming everybody else for his problems. Garage guy states, wonder why the Rockets couldn't get this trade done before the draft. They probably tried. Hell, they probably did. Royal Ivy states, well, Royal might have more say in his spot because he's not the lead assistant. Players might feel more comfortable coming to Royal because he's not second in command. I mean, that happens. So there's some players, there's some teams where the second assistant in title is respected more or relied upon more with the players than the next coach. Hey, whatever. Okay. Well, let me go right here. Cam is better. Is Ant-Man even better? Well, let him show it in Washington. I really am surprised at how many people are still riding for Cam Whitmore. Based on what? Are y'all personal friends with this young man? Are y'all his relatives? Are y'all his PR staff? Let's see him tear it up with the Wizards. Let him get those minutes and shine with the Wizards. But if he doesn't, family, I hope some of y'all who have this same positivity for Cam right now will acknowledge it in Washington. If he flames out in Washington and is traded, or the same thing, Wizards say he just never wanted to figure it out. He just never wanted to be a team player. He just never bought in. If they say the same thing about him, I hope y'all own up to this, because right now he has wasted his opportunity here. It is for Washington. It is a low risk, high reward situation. Indeed. And I hope Cam accepts this second chance he has gotten and he makes the most of it. But I also hope at some point, if he scores 18, 20, 22, 24, 25 points a game, but the Wizards are still losing this season, which they're probably going to, as they probably want to, at some point he realizes, hey, I want to win. What can I do? What do I need to do for us to win? Maybe I can score less and get more assists if that helps us win, and he becomes a winner and not just a scorer. You just want to be a scorer and lose. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope so. I mean, that could be one of the reasons why they decided to trade him to the Wizards, because they believe that they're going to give him a chance for those consistent minutes that his reps want him to get. That could be. Also, it could be Washington is the only team that gave them 2 second-round picks. I mean, it could be that too. So, I mean, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. The Rec Tube. I like that name. I like that. A lot of people believe this, that Cam thought he was better than Jalen Green. A lot of folks, a lot of fans felt that way. And no, if Cam thought that and he never changed, well, that's on him too. So Greg believes the Rockets really screwed up on trading Cam. If Durant gets injured, they are screwed. We won't have a go-to guy. And you believe Cam was going to be that guy? Okay. Okay. No, I'm not offended. I am surprised that y'all are not acknowledging Cam's weaknesses. All of these pro Cam folks, y'all are not acknowledging he didn't want to play defense. He didn't want to rebound. He didn't want to pass the ball. That's part of basketball. So that's what I'm surprised about. Cam, y'all love Cam, support Cam. But I call it like I see it. Cam is blessed with tremendous athleticism. He is not a tremendous basketball player yet. That's two different things. Tremendous athlete, strong, quick. He's not a team player. If he want to play one-on-one, he can go do that somewhere else. And many of y'all who are so adamant in defending Cam were so critical of Jalen Green. Both of them are tremendous athletes. Neither one of them were great team players. Jalen was not as strong and physically built as Cam, but Jalen got faults. Y'all can point out Jalen's faults, but you won't point out Cam's faults. Folks, Cam has weaknesses in his game and his mentality too. I wish him the best. I hope he shines with the Wizards. But him here, he was not an Ime player. And that became clear to everybody in the franchise. And Robert Mills says this: Cam gave up a chance for a ring because he's impatient and immature. All that talent is wasted if not directed properly. He'll make money and play, but on losing teams, because no good coach will take it. The good coaches, the demanding coaches, want you to maximize your skills and be a team player. Cam could have probably shined playing with Stephen Silas. Probably wasn't going to win, though. Now he can shine with the Wizards. Hopefully, he'll get that shot and he'll earn it. I hope so. Hefe says, in fairness to Cam, Jalen got an opportunity opportunity, was able to make mistakes, and was still a starter. Jalen had too much of a leash and was never pulled from the starting lineup. And I'll say this. This is my answer to that statement. It's a fair statement. Maybe that's because Jalen did his job in practice. Maybe because Jalen did not publicly question, I don't know my role. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. I don't know what they want from me. I don't know. And folks, remember that the night Cam first said that was he either led the team in scoring or was second leading scorer in that game for the Rockets. And then after the game, he said, I don't know my role. I don't know what they want from me. What? I hope he balls out. But I also hope he realizes that there's more to basketball than just scoring. If you want to win. Now, if you just want to score, I mean, just jack up 25 shots a game, get to 20 points, and keep it moving. Okay. There are some dudes like that. All they want to do is score and get theirs. That's all. That's all they want to do. Those kind of guys, I don't want on my team. That's me. I don't, hey, whatever. I don't know what those other offers were. I don't. I haven't asked. I've reached out to colleagues around the NBA. I haven't asked. Like I said, like someone brought up moments ago, it could be that the Wizards, the Rockets, Cam's people, what I heard from his people, from his agent, is they want Cam to go to a place where he's going to get consistent minutes. So some of the better offers may not have been chances to give him those consistent minutes. And the Rockets could have talked to his people and said, hey, what about going to Washington? You're going to get minutes there. Okay, that works for us. Then went back to the Wizards. He's good with that. What do you want to give us in return? 2 second-round picks. Okay. Could have been that. It could have been that. So, and I said with that as well, there has to be a reason. And I think it's a combination. I doubt there was a team offering a first-round pick for Cam unless it had a lot of conditions tied to it. But that team, who knows? That team could have been a team that Cam was not going to get the minutes he wanted. I don't want to go there. Could have been. I doubt that. Because even then, I think the Rockets would have said, hey, a first-round pick. Cam, we love you and all, but first-round pick helps us. So we're going to take the first-round pick. Good luck to you. I kind of doubt that. So while I'm not ignoring his strengths, what y'all, like I said, Cam has poor practice habits. Cam is not a team player. So I don't know how many times I have to say that for y'all to accept it. Hey, if Cam is a team player, if Cam realizes maybe if he looks within, maybe I need to change my game a little bit, change my mindset with the Wizards. And it clicks for him with the Wizards. Wizards got to steal. They got to steal. They got a 6'7", 230-pound athlete who can go get buckets, he's locked in, get it done on defense. They got to steal. But if Cam just goes to Washington and says, I don't know what they want from me here either. I'm the best player on this team. Clearly. So why bother? That's not going to work. And being a rebounder, Cam is one of those dudes who gets 8 rebounds in one game. The next game, he gets 1 or none. So the average is 4. But he got all those in one game. Consistency. He's not a consistent player. He has not been a consistent practice player. He has not been a consistent person on offense or defense yet. He goes to the Wizards, figures it out, becomes that consistent performer on both ends of the court, becomes that pro player in practice, becomes that pro player getting everywhere early. And take the attitude, this attitude. I'm going to show everybody in Houston Rockets franchise that they made a mistake. I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to help the Wizards. We're going to win. We're going to go to the playoffs in about 2 years and say publicly 2-3 years from now, I hope we play them in the finals. I'm going to bust their ass. That's up to him to do. He's got that skill set. He has that physical ability. But he's got to do it game in, game out, night in, night out, practice in, practice out. If he just want to, hey, man, I got my money. I'm good. Okay. 2 years from now, you're about to league. I mean, it's up to him. So, and see, that is a concern. There's so many youngsters up there in Washington. There's a handful of veterans. I hope those veterans will help him and lead. And I hope he'll listen to them and tell them, like CJ, hey, young fella, I know you're talented. I've seen what you can do. But you got to change. You got to lock in. And you got to listen. It's more to being a successful NBA player and having a long career than just having God-given skills. Hopefully he gets it. I hope he does. I want him to succeed. Come on. Hater, you can go ahead. Keep defending Cam. Become a Wizards fan. That's fine too. That's fine. Ime changed the culture of the Rockets. He turned around a losing locker room with his expectations from what he demands from his players, turn them into a 500 team and then a 52-win team. Ime did that. The players who bought into the system helped him do that. Cam didn't do that. I hope he does it in Washington. I wish him the best. Good luck to him. He'll get that chance. That's him. He'll get that chance. I hope he gets that chance. I mean, the Wizards traded for him for a reason because they believe in him. And based on what the reports from the beat writer with The Athletic, the GM thought so highly of Cam out of the draft that they thought about trading for him, getting a pick to get him before the Rockets did at 20. So they see something in Cam. So they believe in him. Hopefully Cam puts it all together and does business and wins. I do believe the Rockets are going to do some more moves. Yes, they have to. Their backcourt is kind of shaky. It's kind of shaky. Because, I'm not convinced Reed Sheppard is that guy. I'm not. Hopefully I'm wrong. But they need another guard for sure. 1 or 2. I mean, it's just July 5th. July 6th, KD should be officially a Houston Rocket. The other moves should be official as well. July 6th, July 7th, whatever. Then they'll look at everything and say, what else we need to do? What other position? Where are we weakest? Where can we add to it? I like the idea that some of the folks brought up earlier show. I think on the Monday show, July 2nd show. I like the idea of Malcolm Brogdon coming here. I like that idea. I think he'd be a great fit for the Rockets. So, yeah, probably so. And the Rockets might not have won. Probably so. Yeah. We tried to do with AJ Griffin what the Wizards are doing with Cam. Well, I think Cam got his mind together a little bit better than AJ Griffin, but hopefully, At 21, I would have gave him more minutes and get him trained up for starting shooting guard. Have a man play the three. Well, 2 years too late for Brogdon. I mean, he's a backup. I mean, he's not going to play a lot, but I like him better than Reed Sheppard. I like him better than Aaron Holiday. So, the minutes I saw from LJ, he did well. And I hope that's a positive for him going forward. I mean, this is the California Classic. It's not Vegas. Zero turnovers and good defense. Because he's going to make threes. I mean, that's what he does. That's his main strength right there. So, yeah. But, yeah, Stephen Silas did not have the respect of the locker room. Ime does for sure. Clearly. So, we've gone 50 minutes strong. You guys, as usual, bring it with the questions, the comments, the critiques, the criticisms. That's all good. It's all good here. We're all family. The Let's Talk Houston Rockets family. Y'all aren't always going to agree with me, and I'm not always going to agree with y'all. I mean, that's what makes this show great. That's what makes this show different other than other Rocket shows. So, I hope Reed has that confidence. I hope that's what he's lacking is the confidence. He does not have the confidence in himself that his teammates and coaches have in him. And that's what he's got to do. Got to have that confidence in himself. Because if he doesn't have it in himself, then his teammates, I mean, they can't give it to him. Come on, Reed. Right. Yeah. The Warriors, LJ is really adapting how to run an offense. That's going to take him time. And the Warriors seem to be, they're going to give him that time. So that's good. Oh, here it is. I think CP would be a good fit. But I think he would probably, even though it would be in a reserve role, he probably wants more minutes as a reserve. I don't know if he'd get that here with the Rockets. But yeah, he'd be, oh, heck yeah. It's a future Hall of Famer who can still play well and produce and be a positive. Yeah. I'd probably rather have him than Aaron Holiday, but that's just me. But anyway. So Mark Price, Reed Sheppard. I love Mark Price back in the day. No doubt. Yeah. If Reed could be like that, oh my goodness, Rockets are rolling, man. Rolling for years to come. If Reed could be like that. Oh no, not at all. I don't think he's a third pick in the draft. No. But if he could be like Mark Price, man, heck yeah. And I love how people do this. And we all do it. We've all done it in the past. We've all done it recent years. But seriously, is there someone who was not Caucasian that Reed Sheppard game reminds you of? So, handles, he got to improve his handles. He got to improve his defense. I think that's another reason that Ime's not sold on Reed is because of his lack of physicality and his ability on defense. Let's see what he does. And see, notice what everybody said with Reed. There's no non-Caucasian that Reed's game reminds everybody of. A garage guy. Commentator says no. Why is that? I'm being serious. Why is that? So there is no African American player who had shaky handles, who was a great 3-point shooter in college, who struggled playing defense. There's nobody like that. None. No, nobody. None. There was no brothers that shot the lights out in college but couldn't play defense in the pros. None. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. But Justice says he's being serious. It's not because he's white. Mark Price was his comparison before his first season. Yeah. Matt Maloney, I hope. Thank you. I think I can go with that. I can go with early Brogdon. I can go with that. Probably a little bit better shooter than Malcolm was early. Aaron Brooks, I can kind of go with that. I kind of go with that. Pat Bev, they probably could. Where is Pat? Pat last played overseas, so I don't know. And he probably want more minutes too. Yeah. So, but do I see the Rockets regretting anything they have let go so far this offseason? Well, I mean, it's too early to see if they made a mistake. We'll see a year or two from now if any of these deals bite them in the behind. I mean, they made moves right now they thought were best for the franchise. King Solomon said, "This is a show me year for Reed." I'm with you on that. I agree. I like this one too. Good one. Some guy named Andre. Charlie Ward. I like that one. I like that one. Yep. Like that one. Ooh, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. His release and his handles are way quicker, tighter, and his release was just lightning fast. But he was light weight, but he was quick in a pull-up game, and whoo, man. But Derek Fisher, I kind of like that too. Derek was kind of a little bit stronger than Reed, but I kind of like that. Ralph, how are you doing? Thank you for chiming in. Kenny Smith. That's not bad. But y'all see where I'm going with it. And I'm not questioning anybody talking about it's not a race thing, but we always come from our comfortable spot and generally, many people, not all, not everybody, compare Caucasian players to other Caucasian players or other African-American players to other African. To me, that's lazy. So I try, and I'm guilty of it. I was guilty of it for years. So I try to break out of that habit as well. And just if you can hoop, you can hoop. And that's what I want us to get to. Just comparing skills, hooping skills. And so David, how are you doing? David Brown Burner. It was just 2 future second-round picks. I'll read it again here with the specifics, I think. Let me see here as you wrap it up with this one right here. Washington was send Houston, the Chicago Bulls, 2026 second-round pick. That could be pretty good pick. And the Sacramento Kings, 2029 second-round pick per team sources. The deal hopefully will be announced Sunday, but it's going to be folded into the previously agreed upon deal in which the Wizards sent Jordan Poole and Sadiq Bey and the 40th pick in the draft for CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a 2027 second-round pick from Chicago. So Wizards getting CJ McCollum. He could be one of those veteran players that can help Cam Whitmore get it together, figure it out, and sit him down and say, Cam, young fella, You got a chance here with this team, this franchise. You lock in, be that pro, learn to be that pro, and be that team leader. You could lead this franchise out of this mess. You are that gifted. Let's hope he does that, and he gets it, and he figures it out, and he does that, and he is that, becomes that team player, becomes that pro, becomes that dude who figures it out on offense and defense and in the locker room. Because again, and I'm gonna wrap it up, if Cam Whitmore figures it out and he locks in, the Wizards have a steal. But if he doesn't, he's just gonna be one of those dudes, one of those wasted talents. And that's a shame. I hope the best for him. I hope the best for him. All right, everybody, that'll do it for this edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets. As always, much love to everyone for taking time out of your nights to participate in the comments with your questions. Tell everyone about this show. It's different than other Rocket shows. I give shine and attention to the questions, to the viewers for participating in the conversation. You guys are what makes this show. So thank you, as always, for doing that. Don't be a stranger. I'm going to do another show tomorrow, but it's going to be a different slant, more sports related for folks talking sports. And then soon enough, hopefully, well, I might do a Rocket show. I might tie it all in once the KD trade is official. We can do that again. But as always, become a subscriber to the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Hit the like button for these videos. Spread the word about this show and other videos on this channel. Support this channel. Spread the word about this channel. Get you a mug, get you some merch. I got so involved in the conversation, I didn't even have a sip of my favorite beverage during the show. Enough of them. So do that. Click on that shop button and buy you some merch. Click on that $sign and get a super chat, super sticker. But it's always my pleasure. It's going to some guy. I hope. I know you're being kind of serious but sarcastic. I hope he figures it out. I hope he's not a wasted talent guy. I hope not. But wrapping it up, as my brother, not too complicated, mocks me and kids with me and makes fun of me, but it's all love, and I appreciate it. His consistent support. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
Game over.